an American prolific 5-octave singer and award-winning actress. Broadway, contemporary soul, R&B, pop, rock, jazz, gospel, and classical. We're talking about the incomparable Miss Melba Moore. Yes, we have spoken with several artists on this show, and I've enjoyed them all. Tonight, it is time to learn from one of the best in the business, Miss Melba Moore. So sit back. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am so excited about tonight's artist showcase. I have been preparing for this show for about a week and a half now. And in my preparation, I was thinking to myself, how do you prepare to talk to such a queen? Such a queen. I was telling my mom about this interview, and she was like, "Oh my God, I have got to be a part of this show." I'm like, "Mom, I just need you to look at it. I don't need to come over. None of that. Just look at it." So she has something that she wants me to tell Ms. Moore. So we'll get into that. So welcome to Talking to You with Tika. I am Tika, your host. Hopefully you have something to drink. You're in a comfortable position in your home, and we're going to get into this intimate conversation with Ms. Moore. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's hit it. Ms. Moore, welcome to Talking Tea with Tika.
It is Tika.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Before we even get started, I wanted to tell you personally, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to now be a part of your family, right?
Yep.
But also thank you for paving the way. I'm not an actress, no. Well, I think I am, but that's another story. But you paved the way for brown girls like myself to be able to even be in this space. It's still entertainment, even though I'm on the other side where I just run my mouth all the time, but it's still this space. And so folks like yourself and many others had to deal with racism, had to deal with denial, rejection. I'm sure you've cried many days, many nights, all those things. I want to say thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. So many things come to my mind when you say that, but it's your show, so you ask the questions.
No, it's not. No, ma'am.
Well, what I thought of when you talk about your space, when I first started going to radio and promoting my records, there was no talk.
Really?
Now, DJs had their spin that they said about records. But really, people like me had to lead the conversation. If you turned the microphone off, then it would start talking to you. But as a profession, we didn't think of ourselves as talkers. You probably don't either. I don't know what you think of yourself as, but you're a professional talker.
I think my husband
thought of it that way.
No, I had to think about it. I think my husband would agree. Like, yeah, you're a professional talker.
Oh, yeah, your husband would agree. We pay you to talk, but it's a talent, it's a gift, it's an intellectual property that we have, and probably because African Americans or Afrocentric people are not allowed to live, forget talk. And we do it anyway, so sometimes we have to be told that we're doing something special. So I'm telling you.
Oh, I wish I was around you to hug you. Because sometimes we need that, right?
Am I right?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And think about what the pandemic has done in terms of shutting everybody down, they think. So we go to talking about something. And so we have new expressions, new pathways that we all create. Nobody brings it to our attention, and it's not necessarily what we call formal. Somebody hasn't called it something, so we don't understand that we've done that, but you have. Wow. We're all paving the way now. And you know, this is why we're having technical challenges, because it's new.
It's new, right?
And we're paving the way. And it's very exciting, isn't it?
It's very exciting. It's very exciting. I want to ask you this. You mentioned the pandemic, and we will not talk about the pandemic long because it's depressing. Let me just say that. Ugh.
Okay.
But during the pandemic, what are some of your takeaways? What did you learn about yourself? Just some of your takeaways.
That I was kind of ahead of the game. I've been shut down, so I know what that is. colored.
Uh-huh.
We're
Mhm.
innovative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I can't, only reason I can't say I wasn't depressed is because I think I respond to that in such a combative way. I no longer call it that, but it's
Yeah.
probably what you're calling depressed.
Right.
Maybe I'm
Right.
just used to it. I don't call it that no more.
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
okay, Mel, it's time to get to stepping.
Right.
How do
Right.
we survive? What can we do to help somebody? What's going on around us? Who's telling us the truth? How can you? I mean, I love what I do because I think it's not the gift is not so much my talent, but it opens the way. You're telling me I'm a way paver. I didn't do that. God does that,
Amen. Absolutely.
right? And
Right.
so we're all that. That's why we're a community.
Right. Right.
And so you say, oh, well, okay. First of all, my work, what I do every day first, and most of the day, if I don't have to do something else,
Mhm.
I get into the scriptures and God and who. So I'm a born again Christian, so that's my job,
Amen. Amen. Amen.
So naturally, without it's not a religion anymore with me; it's a way of life.
Yes.
So of course, so he's first.
Amen.
So I
Mhm.
say, okay, look, boss, what's going on, right?
Right.
So that's what you do, and then cut everything else out. He won't give you more. He gives you he made you, so he knows how you are.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
well, what can little me do
Right.
today, now, and
Mm.
for whom? So first for yourself, and then no, it's not for you, but who are the ones that God has given you close to take care of? That's your daughter. That's that's your first business,
Yes.
and you're going to take care of them naturally, the best that you can.
Wow.
You lay out a groundwork for that because everybody else comes in some kind of order as part of your family.
Correct.
Because now, in the beginning, when I first found out that I was born again and I had to study the scriptures and I had to go to church for this and this and that, I may have called it a religion.
Mhm.
Now
Mm.
it's a way of life.
It's a
So
will.
I can explain it to you, and I'm mature in it, and I'm succeeding. So I know it's him. He's not going to fail.
Exactly. I
And
noticed
on and on and on and on and on.
and I noticed in your bio, you come from a very talented family, all singers, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, and all of that. I can only imagine how your holidays are when everyone gets together and everyone sings. Is that your story? Because it's definitely my
No,
story.
that was my story.
Mm.
I love your face. If you're not an actor, you should be. It's so expressive.
I'm sorry. Let me try to.
No, no, don't
Okay.
apologize. It's beautiful. You have a beautiful face. My life began like many African Americans or Afrocentric people because we were brought, no matter not just America, wherever we were brought, even our own countries, we were made slaves. So
Right.
the first thing that was destroyed was the family.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't everybody singing. My mother was a professional singer, but she got pregnant with me. Okay, so she was a single parent. You've heard that many, many times. My natural father, it's in my genes, was a very famous band leader by the name of Teddy Hill, but he also managed Mittens Playhouse, which is one of the birthplaces of bebop.
Wow.
So it's in my genes. You know how colored people are. We're born like this.
We can't help it.
Right. And nobody around me. I'm an only child. My grandmother is there, but she's an invalid. She's had strokes, so she can't speak. We live in New York City, but the family is from Birmingham, Alabama. So I don't know my family.
Wow.
I'm raised by what we used to call a nanny. Now, this woman is the woman that I would probably be most like because my mother was away working, trying to take care of us.
Yes. Yes.
And her name was Lula Hawkins, but she was illiterate. She was illegitimate.
Mm.
She was uh, she was raised on a lot of different people's farms. She don't know her family.
Wow.
Um, she knows about Hanks and all of our cultural things.
Yeah.
So that's what my first family was like. It was like I was born a slave, although I lived in New York City.
Wow.
But then my mother married somebody. She married a musician. He lived in Newark, New Jersey. He had been married before, but his first wife passed away.
Okay.
And they formed a performing group together. So now, also, he had a son and a daughter. So now when she marries him, I have a sister, a brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I have aunts, and it's all his family. It wasn't my family, but they're my family. I took them.
Correct. Correct. Exactly.
And so now,
Exactly.
because he's a piano player, we have two more brothers that come along too as part of this marriage. And we're all made to take piano lessons. So now music is the centerpiece of our lives. I study piano. Everybody sings in the house. Mother and daddy rehearse with their group in the home. So like they got a four-piece band in my living room.
Wow.
Now it's like that. Everybody sings together just for fun.
Yes.
Then we find out when I'm already 10 years old that I can sing.
I
Well,
was,
we all sing. So what?
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the beginning. So music is the
Okay.
centerpiece of your world. It's not that
Right.
you're so talented and you stick out.
Right. Right. Well, at 10, I know I read in your bio that your stepfather kind of introduced you to several agents and kind of got you in the industry, if you will.
Right. Yeah, but
You,
that was after I was a school teacher.
okay, so that was much later. Okay. Because you
Yeah.
studied, what was your degree? Your degree was in vocal, right?
It wasn't vocal music, but music education.
Okay. Okay.
Because they say my parents wanted us to get a real job.
Right. Right. Okay.
After all the difficulties they had as performers and as Black people,
Right.
they were trying to get some security for us.
So you're a teacher, you're in your element, you're teaching, you're loving your teaching job. How did
Absolutely.
it transition from a teacher to Broadway? Like I know there's a lot of story in there. I'm sure we don't. There's a lot. I
And what
said that
happened
like I
was
just woke up and I just started doing Broadway.
I started playing piano. So we had, little groups that played around and stuff. I started getting involved with playing music.
Hmm.
And then it was time to go like to high school. And I found out about high school. I said, oh my God, you could major in music in high school?
Wow.
I just want to be in music. I don't care what I do.
Right.
I'm just
Right.
in love with it now.
Yes.
And when it was time to go to college, I didn't know about scholarships. And so I went to state school.
Okay.
So that's why I majored in education. But Montclair University is like one of the best schools. I don't care where you want. It's a great school.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think it was important for my development, just period, that I did teach school, learning to communicate after the broken family in the beginning,
Hmm. Hmm.
learning to look in those young people's eyes and see, oh my God, if they get your attention, if you get their attention, they want to dress like you. You see something beyond just teaching. It's oh,
Right.
oh, you have it. And I'm teaching in Newark. I'm teaching in primarily Black schools because of racism.
Right. Right.
But oh, wow, you get a chance.
Wow.
So I really loved that, but I felt the need to try to see if I could perform. So I asked my stepfather to take me around to some of his people. And you probably heard that part of the story. I'm not sure. Is that what you're kind of asking? How did I get into it?
No, it's your show. You do your thing.
All right. Well, he started taking me around. And to make a long story a little bit shorter, one of the people I met was Valerie Simpson, who was making rounds trying to get her songs published. But she was
Wow.
also a studio singer. So we exchanged information. She asked me, did I read? I said, did I read? I got a bachelor's degree in music. Yes, I read.
And how old were you at this time? Early 20s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just getting, I couldn't pass math, so I couldn't get my uh, degree.
Okay.
Eventually, they gave it to me because I had a Tony Award, and they said I didn't have to take math. So fame can get you sorted.
It has its perks.
I said, you know what? I can't sing, so let's give you your degree.
Wow.
That's really how I finally got my degree. I had earned it, but I couldn't pass math. So I went out and I asked my dad, to see could he get me in show business. I started doing studio work. One of the recording sessions was for Galt McDermott, who wrote the music for the Broadway show Hair.
Ah,
See the connection?
I see the connection. Yes.
And so he invited all the people that were on the session to come and sing for the producer and the director because they were still casting. I
Okay.
went down and sang for them. I got into the chorus. We used to call it the tribe because they was hippies. They didn't know nothing about English, you know.
Right, right.
But I wound up with the female lead. I'm skipping a lot.
I'm sure.
The lead left, and they kept replacing her. They weren't ever happy with them, and they finally threw a big mouth black girl in the chorus. Or the tribe said, "Why don't you let some black people? I thought you said it was free. It was open. How come she got to be blonde and blue hair?" They said, "Well, we didn't think of it. She doesn't have to be."
Wow.
I got the female lead, and I just turned out to I wound up. It turned out that I replaced Diane Keaton.
Yes.
So now you see why I believe in God. I would not dare call that luck.
Because I was just going to ask you that, honestly, your story. And when I was reading through your bio, I'm like, I know she's skipping. You can't put everything in your bio like
No,
that.
it's too much.
But it's like the doors were open for you before you even arrived. You know, even when you just talked about being from not your traditional family, but you still had family. Someone had to put those roots in you. Someone had to put that fire or that determination in you. God did, of course, because you were born. You were born for this, and your bio says that you were born for this, right?
I would say Mama Lou did. She was the one that first taught me my values, taught me how to make up a bed, clean the house,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Mm-hmm.
called my mother sister and
Mm-hmm.
taught me about what family means because
Mm-hmm.
she was uh what do you call when you don't have orphaned.
Or okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
And I was born in New York City, but I talked like her. She was the sharecropping farms, not even her own, of the backwoods of North and South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's how I spoke. I've learned better now. But so when it came time for, well, I'll tell you about the Broadway show Hair. But one of the girls in the chorus of Hair, that same big mouth girl, said, "Melba, you didn't get this show audition. You don't even know how to audition." She said, "You should start making the rounds." And she told me about the show that I wound up getting the Tony Award for. And she said, "You try to look like the part. They call it typecasting. You try to find out something about the role." And when I found out it was a Southern orphan girl like the one who raised me, I said, "Well, I'm going to try this." And I
Wow.
was trying to learn how to audition, but actually I got the part.
One moment, Miss Moore. Okay. That's how you got the part. So let's say this. Let's see if we having a technical issue, I'm thinking.
Okay,
So
sure.
I'm not sure what production want us to do at this point. I know that we'll keep kind of talking through it, but I
Sure.
know that we're live on YouTube, I think. But I'm not sure if we're live on Facebook.
Mm.
So we want to make sure everyone is getting the opportunity to take advantage of this interview and hear this interview. We've said some great things. Let's see. Okay, hold on one moment. Hello, Facebook land. Hello, YouTube. Y'all, hold on one moment. We want to make sure you guys get this. We ain't panicking yet. Give me this. Because we want to make sure we get it all. And thank God for technical stuff, don't we? Because other than that, I'll have to drive up to New York. You're in New York now, right?
Yes.
How long did it take? About 15 minutes? No. How often do you get to Atlanta?
Whenever I'm invited to work, of course. I don't
Okay.
just go there.
Come
I
on to
you know
Atlanta.
what? I need my own comedy show, okay?
Yes, you do. Yes, you absolutely do. They have a technical thing going on, guys. You want me to keep going, or what are we doing? Are we starting over? What are we doing? Melba could sing. I could try the
Oh,
background. I mean,
you sing? Do you sing?
I sing a little bit. Yes,
Oh,
I know. Right now, let's dissect that. Now you know how you have some that think they can sing, and they have family members that won't really tell them that they can't. My family haven't quite told me that. They're like, "You good in the background." I'm always a background singer though.
but background singing good. Everybody can't sing background. I mean, I know that because I was a background singer, and you can't just sing what you feel like singing.
Correct. And I know you doing your career, you've noticed this. A lot of solo artists can't harmonize.
I hadn't noticed. I was trying to figure out, could they sing lead? I didn't get to that part yet.
Right. Seriously,
I love singing harmony. So I always listen to the harmony parts, and I listen to the arrangements.
Because you are classically trained, you're trained by the piano.
Well, but I enjoy doing backup work. I really love that. It's camaraderie. You have so much. You enjoy it so much. You enjoy each other, and sometimes you can tell because when you get so tired, you should be getting evil. You're just getting funny. You should be so tired. You're not even making sense no more, and you don't even get angry.
I have done that. I actually recently was on a trip, and I was so tired that I actually started getting an attitude.
Well, it can, it can happen.
A straight attitude. I'm trying to figure out what they want us to do. Where are we going to commercial? Need code from my phone. Can we go to a commercial? Let's get it. Commercial, please. Nothing. That's what I'm getting.
No, every show is an opportunity to meet and enjoy. That's what I look like. So it's not a big deal because of that, and because we're going to have fun. We're going to do something that we're supposed to do. We're going to do it anyway. So
exactly, and I'm excited about that because at the end of the day, God ordained it.
There you go. If he thinks it's important, it's fine.
You may want. I don't want to preach, but at the end of the day, when God set things up, we can go through all the preparation that we want to go through. We can, honey, I've been planning and praying and crying and scared.
And it can be as big or unbig.
It doesn't matter. Whatever God says and whatever path He puts in place, that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, how about that? So, from my understanding, we're still live on YouTube. We're gonna get this thing going. People will go over to YouTube. They'll catch it later. I'll repost it later. How about that? All right. So let's get a little bit into your actual acting career. Okay, it spans decades, right?
Well, everything does now for me.
Well, then. One clip that I caught. Well, I've caught several of them, but recently I caught the one that you did with Flip Wilson. Girl, I hollered. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you the funniest part to me. Is when he first got there and he had the guy handcuffed to him, right? And he was trying to figure out how to sit next to you. I hollered from a good godly place. When I tell you I hollered from a good godly place, and in my mind I'm trying to figure out, no, he needs to go. No. He needs to go back around and then flip over his head. It was so
God.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I'm going, who came up with that? So
I'm sure he did. He was just such a genius. He had incredible writers, and of course, he always dressed his artists beautifully. They dressed me, and but the things we rejected, God, it's
Oh my
just.
God.
I mean, you laugh till you cry.
Oh my God. It was so funny. I'm going, have they figured it out yet? That was my whole thing. Are you gonna figure this? It was so funny. Then the rest was just comedic genius. It was just, and I could tell
He's a
that you,
genius.
but you are too, because I don't think all of that was written.
No, and there's somebody like that depends on chemistry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he was like that with everybody that he or by himself or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he had a certain, chemistry with me.
It was so good, and that was Don. That was Don Knox, right?
Oh, Don nuts.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
He
I
is
mean,
so good at looking so stupid.
that's what I was going to say. His nonverbal for me. I was like, why am I screaming? This man not even saying anything. He's not even talking, and I am
No,
laughing. My
no.
gut.
I don't remember the episode, but I remember he kept coming between me and Flip.
Yes, he was. He was. He
It
was
looked like
handcuffed.
we looked like a little Oreo cookie or something stupid.
Yeah, he kept just sitting there, and I'm going because he was. Oh God, girl, you got to look at that. Like you don't. You have so much stuff. You have so much material. There's no way you can remember. Speaking of remember,
Mhm.
you have a gazillion songs. I was gonna try to print out your whole catalog of songs. I ran out of paper and ink. I was like,
She
Melba's not take.
ran out
Melba's
of
not
paper.
gonna take all my ink. She's not gonna take all my ink tonight. Okay. How
Yeah.
many songs do you? Do you know how many songs you have?
No, I know I've had approximately about 25 albums, but one of the things that we did when I was married to my husband and we started the company Hush Productions and we started managing me and other artists, we kept creating materials. We're always trying to do something, and he made me understand that you have to have a catalog. You don't know
Mm,
what's going to happen with things, and
mm-hmm.
people steal from you this and the other.
Yeah.
And if I'm saying if God keeps you alive and healthy,
Right.
you can't get it then, you get it later.
Right.
And so
Right.
that's what's happening now. And now the laws have changed, and I've been around long enough to get my master's back.
Oh,
A lot
nice.
of things I didn't even know I had gold and platinum records in Europe and Africa and different places. That we got I can't even say
That's
technology.
okay. I'm with you. Uh
We got technology now, honey.
huh.
But you know what I mean. So they can
Yes.
track things that I'm sure that well, first of all, I'm out trying to survive and singing. It wouldn't be my expertise to try to track all of that. But somebody can do that for me now.
When you talk about how this seemed to be something that happened a lot to our legends in either game, whether it was music or film or whatever, the rights to their things. Was it just from the lack of knowledge, you just didn't know, or what was?
Listen, we were brought here and it was against the law for us to read. This is our beginning.
Mm-hmm,
It was the law for us to be illiterate.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You could be killed if you were found reading.
Wow.
That's our history. You're very young, so I'll bring you up to date quick.
Yes, get me
Was
together.
it just that we didn't know? Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that was the conspiracy.
Yeah.
And it's come so far until, well, first of all, how can I explain it? Of course, it's not just Black people. We're talking about the music industry. And of course, it's not just the music industry. It's people who have power. Maybe they're jealous of you because you don't have talent. They don't have talent. Whatever it is, it's animosity between people that keep them really, that make them steal from people. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you work, you're supposed to get paid. If I take your money and I didn't earn it, whether it's legal or not, I stole from you.
Right.
So
Right.
it hasn't been just Black people, it's been pervasive.
Yes.
I mean, it's been happened to us the worst.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that is just has moved the other direction. You continue to learn, you continue to grow. You have many Black artists, say somebody like James Brown or um, Ray Charles, who led the way in owning their own materials.
Yes.
Just they weren't the first ones to write or create, but
Right.
some of the first ones to document and make it legal for them to own it. That's
Right.
not long ago. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for you to still feel the sting.
How do you not be bitter?
I'm too busy being happy. I got a brand new hit record.
Miss Moore, you get a fan pop, baby girl. You get a fan pop with that one. Listen. That's how you
I
not.
guess I'm not a good multitasker.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
to be serious, yeah. And there have been times like that. Everything was just seemed like it was shut down. And how are you going to eat? How are you going to,
Yeah.
I'm being accused of things that I didn't do. How am I going to
Yeah.
fight it? I can't afford lawyers. How, how am I going to live?
Yeah.
It does. I'm not going to make a joke out of it. But I am saying to you that God has brought me through it
Mm.
personally. And so when I see what's happening to other people, sometimes um, I have to make sure when I take time to understand what's happening to other people and be there for them, that it doesn't overwhelm me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and look at the things. Okay, what do I have?
Yeah.
I've got a new record. It hasn't been out 3 weeks yet.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And back in the day,
Yeah.
if you were 40, it was supposed to be over.
Hmm. Hmm. But God, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
et cetera, and all the details that he shows us about how this new system works and how we're in charge of it.
Yeah.
Not of other people, but your lane.
I love that. I love your transparency in that because, well, we all have different walks and we all have different stories. But at the end of the day, it kind of comes back to the same point. During this pandemic and doing those things, a lot of us dealt with a lot of depression and a lot of
Absolutely.
that word, we don't want to use, and a lot of loss and a lot of that.
Real bad loss.
Really, really bad,
And
unfair.
big and deep.
Yeah, unfair loss,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm not trying to bystep that or say that, well, I don't want to deal with it because it's depressing. I do want to deal with it. I guess what I'm showing you is that I stay in God's face so hard. I thought,
Yes,
okay, that's a part of it that's yours. I don't know how to do that.
yes, yes.
He says, okay, well, here's your part, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he gives you, even on the days where you really focus on his crucifixion,
Mm.
he reminds you that he rose up from the dead. I can't even
Hallelujah.
understand that.
Amen. Amen.
But we know it's true.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you don't have to hold on to it. It holds on to you
Yes.
because he's so big. I could explain it because I've been through it so many times, but I
Yeah.
can't tell you that it's easy or that everybody's even going to be able to have it. But I dearly want that for people. And I think that brings you a a, a fire of life.
Yes.
And that's primarily joy. But it's not like joy like we consider it. It's God's joy.
Exactly.
That's different.
Y-
It's supernatural. It's gonna burn out something.
Right. Miss Moore, do you ever, and I know you probably do you mentor other young ladies, not just in the business?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you have
It's my
stories.
privilege and and my duty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for you. All I think that's why I'm so successful. And it's just beginning
Yes.
because I know that my job, my vocation is to mentor.
Yes. We need that. Um, because I've even noticed in my generation that we don't have, well, no, let me take that a little further. The millennials, okay? The millennials don't have people like you or grandmas or aunties that'll say, put some clothes on, or don't be out there with a bonnet on. Now listen, if you wear bonnets, I'm not, that's your thing. But there was a time when it was a certain way that a woman cared herself outside of her home, right?
Well, I had that even though my mother was away, she provided a nanny for me.
Mm,
And because the family was broken, when I did get a family, I'm the one that makes it stick together. I know what it's like not to be with a family. So
wow.
now that God has given me success, I oh, did you see me on the D Nice show?
No, but I must go back and see. Was it on?
You got to see the blue dress, honey.
Oh,
Yes. But I'm gonna tell you how cute I was. I'm showing my little short thighs and legs.
oh,
But it's tasteful. I'm not trying to catch a
right,
boyfriend or anything. I'm trying to show you I'm taking care of what God has given me.
right.
And what he calls beauty, you can do it, you can show it, and it can be tasteful. Someone has to show you how to do it.
Yeah. And you're the one that can do that because a lot of times the kids don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. And I'm
They
like,
want, if you're successful, they want to know what you did, so you have their attention. If you want to take that privilege and responsibility, I do. That's one area that I can do. Of course, now because I have success, people are going to be hiring me to do master classes. They want to hit. They want to know, how do I hit them high notes? How did I do that 30 years ago, and how do I do it now?
you still can do it?
I do it longer and higher
What?
and lower. But that's how God is.
Mm,
If you let him teach you. Now I don't do a whole lot of other things. I specialize in, because the voice is the vocation, the calling, the ministry.
the ministry. Yes.
Yes.
Do you
It's a
train?
holy thing.
Do you train other vocalists?
No, I don't have time for that. I do it by example now. And I will do it in master classes.
Okay. Okay. I like that. Now, a woman with such a small stature, you're not you know. How
Hmm?
did you that
Which
big
is,
old boy that you see I'm this. You're this.
oh, righty then. I can do that.
With
I
such a
like that.
small
Looks
a
so
small
good.
statue. Did you ever run into people not really taking you seriously until they like heard your voice? You walking like, oh, that girl, she whatever.
It didn't happen that way. They heard my voice and then they didn't take me seriously because I was small. So I had to work at it. I had to learn to eat right. I had to get strong. That's why I swim. And that's how I didn't always have the long high notes. And I had a nice, wonderful, beautiful lyric voice, but I didn't have no middle and bottom.
Mm.
I
Mm.
got some bottom now.
Right. But that's just come from just maturing, right? Just with a
Some
lower
of it comes from
register.
maturing, but if you don't take care of it, then what you do, you get hoarse and you lose it.
So
If you
you've
don't
been
learn how to eat and train.
train your vocals.
Because the hormones and the glands and stuff, they're not functioning like they did before. You Now that you're older, you have to replace that.
Right. Out of your many songs that you've had and you've recorded, give me one song that you recorded that surprised you that it did so well.
Uh, Van McCoy wrote a song called "Lean on Me." He wrote it for Aretha Franklin because I was her groupie, like the rest of the world. Because I'm singing all her songs at home
Right.
and everything. Of course, my voice is nothing like hers. It would never be. I can't sing it like hers.
Right.
But from having such a desire and such a love, I developed a way that I could sing it. What I did
Mm.
was I had Van McCoy when I got him to well, when our company got him to record me, I made him do my arrangement of it.
That suited your voice better.
But it's become my signature song, and everybody knows I got it from Aretha.
Yes.
And she's
Yeah.
heard it, and she likes it.
Wow. The
And
lift
well,
every
she know I can't sing like her. She know.
I mean,
But she,
geez.
she's a, I love you, Melba.
Wow.
you know,
The lift every voice and sing. You rearrange that. It ends up getting into the actual museum for like the official Black folk song.
Right.
Whose idea was that to do that? Is it just whose
It
idea
was
was
my
that?
idea probably because I'm a teacher. I would think like that.
Mhm.
And I saw Dr. Dorothy Height on the NAACP Awards. And I said, wow, who is this incredible lady?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And I called her and I asked her, could I just come out and be with her? And she took me on what she called her Black family reunion tours to all the major cities that had Black populations.
Uh-huh.
And she would do these festivals and she would have these prayer breakfasts and everything. She says, Melba, you've been out here with me for a while now. She made me the membership chair so that my face would be helped to promote and get people to come and join the activities of the organization. So she says, why don't you sing the Negro National Hymn for our prayer breakfast? I had never heard of it.
Wow.
So I went and learned that James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson wrote it. Well, I was brought up in New York City, in Catholic
Right.
school.
Right.
And of course, they didn't teach us history, anything about us.
Right.
So when I learned it, I said, oh my God, I bet a lot of people do not know we have a song that is our national anthem. Every
Right.
nation has a song that identifies them. But we,
Right.
like Black people, so many things that we've just been sloughed over, we keep going anyway, but that
Yeah.
belongs to us.
Right. Right.
So I was with Capitol Records at the time, and I went to the A&R person who happened to be Black, so he was empathetic to me about. He said that's a good idea. I said, but I don't want to do it as a solo because people are going to think if it's successful that it's my hit record.
Oh.
So I said,
Yeah.
can we invite some other artists, Black artists, to do it? So he went out and he got BB Winans to actually do the arrangement, and then BB went and got Cece and everybody else.
Oh my gosh.
But Dr. Height got the
Mhm.
Black Caucus to meet and enter it into the congressional record as the official song. And we found out, of course, that NAACP owns the rights to the song.
Really?
Yes. So we didn't do it for money either, just
You
to
did it
raise awareness.
exactly. So your name will be forever
I'm going down in the history books.
attached to that song. So thank you.
I hope so.
Now I must admit, I'm gonna say this on national TV. The only part that I kind of know is sing a song, dot dot. I really don't know the words, right? So I need to do better.
Okay, well, you can. It's easy.
And a lot of us don't know the words.
Of course we don't, because we don't have opportunity. I'm trying to work on it to encourage other people to, like Beyonce did at one of the big games. She sang it. We
Yeah.
have to use create opportunities to perform it and encourage other people to perform it.
Speaking of Beyonce, you did "Fighting Temptations" with her and Cuba.
Yeah.
How was that
Oh,
experience?
so wonderful.
Really?
All the different artists in it, for one thing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed all the time. Trying to think. I remember, standing beside Angie Stone and
Yes.
Beyonce. God, she's tall. I said, doggone it, she's so cute.
She's so cute. She's tall.
And then look at her, she can sing too. Lord
Yeah.
have mercy.
Yes. Good.
And let me tell you something. I think he has a podcaster now. Eddie Levert,
Yes.
he has the loudest laugh in the world. I've been coming to the studio to tape, you know, I hear him laughing all the way
Huh.
down the hallway.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know he was laughing at. I started laughing.
It's just laughing because he's laughing. Like he's loud. It must be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just
Wow.
telling you what the environment was like.
Yeah.
And then somebody like who was it? The Mary was singing. Yolanda Adams was singing.
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Harvey
Yes.
is saying. Just to mention a few. Oh my God! Do you remember the opening song with
No.
Ann Nesby and Shirley Caesar?
Oh,
Go
where's
back and look
Ann
at
Nesby?
that.
I hadn't seen her in a while.
I know that'll make you hold your head.
Yeah, that's a singing sister right there.
Oh Lord.
Ooh,
Excuse
good
me.
gracious.
Excuse me. Faith Evans.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
I mean, really, those are some singing sisters. Singing,
I
some
haven't
singing
mentioned
sisters.
anybody. That's how that movie is. And what I really appreciate though, because sometimes people do anything for a joke, but I think they respected the church. I was concerned about that.
Yes. And it didn't come across if they was making a mockery of it or anything like it
No.
came across very genuine.
Yeah.
Name an artist that you would like to do a song with now, male or female.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Remember her name? What's the young white girl that has a new song out now?
Stone, Josh Stone. His name is Josh. White girl.
She has kind of a husky voice, a little bit. It's a song about divorce.
Everybody on the production is like about divorce.
This big kind of ballad song.
Divorce. Who? Write it down. The production is trying to write it down. Hurry up. Name
Y'all know
that
who it
tune.
is. Y'all know who it is.
Oh,
Adele.
ah.
She seems
Shout
like
out
a
to
nice
the
lady,
to your
nice young
production staff.
woman. Adele. She
You
seems
would
like
like
a nice young woman.
so Adele. What about a male?
A male?
Yeah. I'm gonna put you with somebody. Let me think.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, let me see let me see. I would like to hear you with a Raheem Devon or a Rashawn Patterson. No, Anthony Hamilton.
Oh!
Can't you
Yeah,
feel that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's make that happen.
Okay.
I could see that. I could actually see that. I
Yes.
really could. Writing. Do you write as well?
I probably could have, but I haven't had time to develop that. So
Okay. So you haven't really gotten into writing too much. It's like,
no. What I try to do is find people that can accommodate or help me.
okay. Okay.
That
Now
we can collaborate, but they really do the writing.
they do most of the writing.
No, they do the writing.
Oh.
First of all, I've had such good fortune with wonderful writers. I don't want to make it sound like I'm writing.
Right.
No, they are writing and they're
They're
talented.
writing.
Yeah.
I told you, your catalog is ridiculous. I mean, there's no way to just pick one song and go with that. Falling is one of my favorites, though.
Well, I'll tell you who wrote that one.
Who wrote that one?
Gene McFadden, and he wrote it with Linda Matali. He usually wrote with John Whitehead,
That's a beautiful song.
but he wrote that. I'm sorry.
Really? Did you
He
feel
wrote
like
that
that one
for
would be a
me.
hit, though? Did you feel like it was a hit?
Yeah.
You
First of all, I know they know how to write hits, and I know how to hear hits. But I
okay.
don't like fit into the normal category, so they kind of constructed it. It's a
Okay.
nice little beat. Got to have the rhythm and feeling,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
the instruments that set the environment for you even before you come in,
Yes.
and then how you fit into it. And you'd be trying to sing like this one, that one, that. It don't. But he made it fit my voice.
Yes. It's a beautiful song.
Beautiful.
You have a new song out called "So in Love." So in Love. When I first heard it, the first beat, I said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a
Yeah,
Steppers cut."
yeah.
Um,
The way the music starts, right?
oh God, it is such a great song.
Tika, it's a setup,
Oh, it is
right?
so nice.
It's a setup. They set you up.
It really does.
That's what the music's supposed to do. Is set you up.
Before you even started singing, I was
Right.
already in it. I'm
You
like,
don't care who's gonna sing that one. I like this one already.
now listen, I'm gonna give them about 15 seconds though, because they can mess this track up real bad. But you didn't. Now I like what you said. It was a setup, but girl, they could have came in there real bad. I'm like, oh,
Oh, absolutely.
they missed
And
this
I was
beat.
concerned about that when I first heard it. My daughter picked the song, and it's the first project on her new label.
Nice.
So we're launching her vocation in this field with this. And I said, honey, I love the song, but I'm not sure how I sound like on it. She says, Ma, trust me, this is great. And she said, you do everything for everybody else. Do something for me, Ma.
Ma, it is a beautiful song. I know the steppers will love it. I've
Yeah.
already sent it out
She
to
told me
several.
that. I didn't know. She told me.
Oh, okay. So it was on purpose.
Yes.
Really?
Well, she did this. Now I can see. I mean, I know we raised her in the industry and everything. But this is the first time where, okay, this is what I think, Mom. This is how you should do this. This is what you've done, and this is where you could be right now. And this is, I think you should listen to me. I said, well, go ahead. I listen to everybody else. I'll listen to you.
That's a banger. Seriously. That is a nice song. I know the DJs, any DJs that's listening to this interview right now, I need you to put this on constant repeat. We have
Thank
a
you.
DJ that's actually doing the actual production tonight. He's got it in his box. He's going to be
Thank you.
playing So in Love. It's a beautiful song.
Okay.
We pray for much, much more success for you.
Thank you.
There is no doubt in my mind that you have many more years left on this earth. Is you have health, strength, prosperity over you. I can feel it. You have this aura that
Thank you.
surrounds you, Miss Moore.
Yes. Thank
And God has seen fit for you to still be here in
you. Right.
spite of it all.
Us.
You feel me, girl? Because some
Absolutely.
folks would have stopped
Yeah.
and said,
And
forget
sometimes we
this.
did because there was nothing you could do, but he kept it. He raised it back up. He did it.
And listen at the title of your song, So in Love.
Yeah.
It could have been So in Bitter.
Right.
So get out of my face.
Except that ain't what he is it?
You understand? So I am honored to have had this opportunity to speak with you, despite our technical difficulties that we had up in there. But we got through this interview. I am
Beautiful.
so honored. Uh,
Beautiful.
I better say this before my mom like something. There, I think it's Lean on Me. There was a part in that song that you hold the note extremely long. And she said, my mom was a singer. So she said, growing up, she would always try to hold the note as long as you did. I don't think she ever achieved it.
But tell her to keep on working at it. I wasn't always able to hold it that long. Now I can hold it longer. And you develop your own techniques, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you sneak breathe?
No, you can't sneak.
You got an extra lung? You got 3 lungs.
No, but you build them lungs up. And it's not just the lungs. First of all, it's his presence. He's the one.
Right.
And your breath is holy. It's the spirit.
Oh.
So it's all of the things that you become. She can do this,
Before
Actually, everybody can. At least they can enhance whatever they have. They become better at whatever it is they're doing.
Miss Moore, now I love that you're so positive. I really do. I ain't gonna be able to hold that note that long.
Will you be able to do something else just even from trying? Oh,
I may be able to
absolutely.
get my hair like yours. I'll try to get my hair like yours. That's about it. Or your lipstick.
That's not true. And you don't have to be trying to be like me. Just pay attention to your breathing.
Yeah.
Yours
Yeah.
is holy. He may want to do something else with you.
I guess he liked me doing this talking thing. I guess
I think you do.
I'll stick, girl. I'll stick with this for a little while longer. I guess.
Okay, just apply. You know, apply. His presence to whatever
Yeah,
he's giving you to do. That's all. You don't have to try to be like me. I'm just your inspiration to be you.
I love it, and you are definitely my inspiration, sis. What is that one gospel song that gets you through?
One gospel song.
I
Well,
know, right?
well, I tell you who my saint mentor is.
Who?
Mahalia.
Ah, yeah.
That's not a song. I guess I can remember. I remember seeing uh what is it, PBS special on her.
Mm.
She was in some foreign, like Nordic country.
Right.
He was looking at her like she was from
Like,
Mars.
what? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But excuse me, Tika, so was I.
Wow.
Because you see, as much as you can, God's presence. So I said, I'm going to keep that. So I'm not necessarily just a song. And
Yeah.
of course, I used to be able to listen to her music all the time. But one of the songs I still like to sing is, I like to sing. It's like Aretha. I can't sing like her, but it's Precious Lord.
Can you do
Now
us?
now I have my own way to sing it.
I'm probably being too forward. And if I am, say, Tika, you being too forward. But can we get a little bit?
Let me see, because I have to start real low. But my hair got a big low.
You got to do your neck like that, though, while you're doing it. Yeah, stay like
I
that.
got to get down.
Yeah, you got to get.
Let me see. Precious Lord, take my hand. Lead me on.
Mm,
Let me stand.
mm,
I'm so tired.
mm.
I'm so weak.
Sing this song.
I'm so old.
Mm.
Through the storm. And on and on and on.
Can we please have offering taken up, please?
Yeah,
Somebody bring
pick
the
up the
offering
offering,
plate.
please. Pass the basket. I need help.
That was beautiful
Yeah.
and
Thank
so
you.
anointed. You have an
Well,
anointing
you
on
know you all are. You know that, right?
right,
Okay.
but you have an anointing on your voice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Moore, is there anything else you want to tell the people?
Well, I loved doing this. I had a really, really, really good time. I wish you much, much, much success
Thank
with the
you.
show and anything that you want to do. And
Thank
you're
you.
a wonderful young lady.
Thank you. I try.
Your
I-
mama did good.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
try. It
yeah.
gets hard
Enjoy
sometimes,
this.
right? So I'm definitely going to look back on this interview and pull from it,
Oh, good.
you
Okay.
know, because you've put something in, you've put a nugget, and I'm very, very grateful for that, and I'm honored for that.
Okay.
So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Again, the name of the song is So in Love. We got to get that. We need to make that a #1 hit.
Thank
So
you.
get it. Tell us what platforms they can get the song from.
Oh, all of them. Y'all know them.
All of them.
You
I
know them
got
better
all
than I
the
do. It's on Gallery Records, and the CEO is my daughter, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie, congratulations. Congratulations. For real, tell her good job. She did a fantastic job. And we hope to see you. We'll keep up with you.
Okay.
Your website is melbamore.com. So that's straight at it.
I think
You'll
Instagram is Melba One More.
Melba One More. So follow her on there. Let's get her Instagram followers up. Have you joined TikTok yet?
My partner probably has for me. He helps me. And then
Okay.
my
So
daughter will join all of them for me. They're going to make me everywhere.
very good. Very good. We want to make sure we follow Miss Moore on every platform that's available out there. Like I said, folks, please support this queen. This queen is one of the staples, baby. It doesn't get no better than this. So y'all make sure y'all follow this queen. Go back and look at some of her body of work. You would just be amazed. I didn't realize how much stuff you had done. I was like, she did that too. I mean, it was that. I gave up. I said, you know what? We just gonna have to talk because it's so much. It's so we just gonna talk because it's
Good.
so much stuff, and so I am honored, like I've said,
Thank
to
you,
have had
Tika.
this opportunity with you tonight. Let your management know that we are so very thankful and grateful for allowing. Um, okay,
Yes,
thank
my pleasure.
thank you so much. We're
Okay.
gonna go ahead and let you go on with your evening. And
Right.
listen, Miss Moore.
Yes, Miss Tika.
When we call you, don't act like you don't know me. Now don't act new.
Don't act new,
No, we family now.
but I am new.
I do.
I won't act like I don't know you.
Okay, but you know.
But I
I'm like, you know who I am.
No,
Thank
I
you.
won't act like I don't know you.
I know, right? Well, you're gorgeous. Thank you. Keep up the good work, Diva. And we love you.
Love you back. Thank you.
That's it. Bye. Oh my gosh. That was so fun. That was so fun. Tea Sippers, make sure you guys share this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure, like I've said, to make sure you support Miss Moore in everything that she's doing. Go back and read, like I said, look at her body of work, get her views up on her stuff. I mean, when I tell you, I need y'all, folks in the industry to be like, well, dang, Miss Moore, she just hit all the records. Yes, all of that. So we need to do that. This queen deserves it. She gives back to the community, so we need to give back to her. Okay? Production, are we out of here? What we doing? Because me and Moore, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to drive to New York. Oh, okay. Very good. Oh my gosh. We've had a great time. Are we still off? Are we on? Or what we doing? We still going. We out. It's a wrap.
Does that mean continue or we
the
wrap?
Oh, we cutting? We rapping? What are we doing? Oh my God.
I and Miss Tika want to take it home.
You were beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Me too.
I hope